What's going on, guys? My name is Jason Stupas, and this is the HUSLA podcast. We're sitting in HUSLA Gym. This is episode number 1. I'm solo today, and I'm going to be doing the first ep. I'm going to be taking you through a few things. We've actually got a couple of things planned that we want to talk about. I spoke with the team, and we were trying to figure out what should we talk about, or what should I talk about for the first episode. And the number one pick, obviously, was how the hell did we get here? And that's what we're going to be going through today. So it's a bit of a story. It's a bit of storytelling. So I'm excited for it. Get to reminisce as well a little bit on the old days and where we are now. But before we begin, we are going to be doing a giveaway every single episode. We're going to be giving stuff away what's actually going to be given away next episode. But for this episode, we're going to be giving away the headphones. So next episode we'll announce the winner. It's at random, but there's a different set of parameters for each episode on how you can enter. We want this to be interactive, so it'll be things like the best question, or someone sharing it. This episode, because it's our first episode, we want to get it out there. We want you guys to share the episode. All you got to do is share the episode and send a screenshot to HUSLA Media. Of you sharing the episode on whatever platform you like. Just send the proof over to Lockie. Lockie will do all the back end work and compile all the names, and then we'll choose at random. We'll probably put it through an app, and we'll announce that next episode. Most shares. Make sure you give us a tag as well, so people know how to get through and listen to the first podcast. So have a red hot crack at that, guys. And those headphones, I believe, are $300. So they're brand new. They're Neural Loops, and they sort of map out your ear. So everyone hears differently, apparently, and they map out your ear. So they play music differently for each different profile. So I've got my own profile, and I've got the over-ear version, and it's the best music I've ever heard through headphones, to be completely honest with you. So we're giving them away for free, and we're going to be doing it every single episode, which will be fun. Anyway, so that's happening next week. How did we get here? That's the question. It's got to go back to school. When probably year 9, I'd say actually year 7, to be honest with you. Year 7, I had these green 4-kilo dumbbells. Dad gave them to me. They were like stored away somewhere in the garage. Dad gave me these 4-kilo dumbbells, and I used to just do there's like concentration curls. I used to do concentration curls on the end of my bed with 4 kilos. Anyway, I outgrew them straight away because, But no, I outgrew them and ended up, I think it was year 9. I was like on and off through year 7 and 8. So I say year 9's when I started. Went to Rebel Sport, and I picked up the adjustable 20-kilo set of dumbbells and an adjustable bench. What else did I get? I got a couple of little things, an easy bar. And I used to train in my room. I used to run 1 kilometer or a lap around my block as fast as I could. and then lift after. And I had Ziz playlist playing and all that sort of stuff. And I get a surround sound system because I'm like a Greek. So in year 9, usual WOG style, I had a full surround sound. I still got the same one. And I used to just pump music. Mum and Dad probably wanted me dead, but I used to pump music and I used to train. And I used to just do gar hammer raises, abs, push-ups, dumbbell presses, all the basic stuff you can do at home with a set of 20-kilo dumbbells. And the reason I started that was because I felt like I was skinny fat. I didn't like the way that I looked. This is definitely very common, Didn't like the way that I looked, and I wanted to be lean. I wanted to be shredded and chiseled, I was watching Ziz, abs look crazy, you know what I mean? And I had a pack over him. I was 55 kilos, ended up cutting down to 52. And I would diet, veins everywhere. Definitely had some disordered eating. All I was eating was tuna and salad. That was it, and chicken and salad, breast. And I got down to 52. And I did that for 6 months, and I was at 52 for ages. Got there in 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. Summer came around, got a hectic tan. I'm in year 9. I was tanning, trying to look like Ziz, legit. So I got lean. Mum and Dad took me to a dietitian, and they were like, you got to eat potatoes and bread and stuff. And I was like, fuck that. I don't eat carbs. I'm on keto, bro. So anyway, they took me there. They told me to do that. Anyway, nothing actually changed. Mum and Dad took me there, and I pretty much essentially said, get fucked. I'm not eating potatoes and bread and shit. That's carbs. No way. That's not good for you. Anyway, we know now that's bullshit. But back then I was 13 or 14, right? So I told him to bugger right off. And the only thing that actually stopped me from like eating like legit, like having like, you know, pretty like rough eating schedule, or not schedule, but just like eating like 800 calories a day, was learning about bulking. and so I learned about bulking, and like I used to watch Chris Gethin on bodybuilding.com, and Chris Gethin, if anyone knows him out there, is like an OG at bodybuilding.com. He had like a 12 weeks to lean. Anyway, he also had like a gaining one from memory, and he'd take you through what he eats and stuff. And he's like, you know, you want to be gaining weight. Anyway, so that's the only reason I stopped like being a full shredder, and I started gaining. So I gained up to 65, actually put on some muscle. And that was that's the last time I've ever been that lean. I was so lean. Lockie, you reckon you can obviously get up a photo of like diced, minimal muscle, but absolutely diced. Anyway, plenty of time spent on that story. So that's how I started into training. I bulked from there. I've probably done 12 bulks and cuts since then. It's, I don't know, probably even more, to be honest with you. I remember doing one bulk with Marcus back in the day in year 11. And I think I got from 65 to 82, and I was disgusting. At 82, I was disgusting. Anyway, so started at 55, got down to 52. I'm now 90, give or take, and I compete under 95. So last comp, I was walking around 98. Made a few adjustments to the protocol, and I was 95, 94.9 on the day. So a lot more weight than I used to have, almost double. So it's been a long journey. I think it's been 12 or 13 years or something like that since starting training. And I was training as a bodybuilder, just wanted to get jacked and build muscle and look good. And powerlifting only begun later down the track when I met the Strength Culture boys. And they were like, you know, you've got a pretty decent deadlift. Had never deadlifted before. And I think I was pulling like 180s or something like that in conventional. And they're like, we got to try sumo. Pulled like a 220 within a couple of weeks. Anyway, so then that's when powerlifting started. So powerlifting was, I think, 7 years ago. That's when that begun. But anyway, let's go back. So high school training, passion for fitness was there. That's how this whole thing started, and it's turned into what it is today. And for those of you guys that don't know what it is, it's 6 years in an online coaching brand with a team. That's what you know as HUSLA Coaching, and an online e-com store where we sell accessories, wrist straps, cuffs, all that sort of stuff, hip thrust pads, leg extension add-ons, all that sort of stuff. And lately, or newly, I guess this is new, the gym, HUSLA Gym. We've got a gym now in Mount Waverley, the southeast suburbs, bordering the eastern suburbs in Melbourne, which is powerlifting and bodybuilding focused. But we've got like 50% of our client base is just people that just want to like get amongst the community and train and just be consistent. So we've got all the equipment for powerlifting, bodybuilding, but most of our client base is just people that just want to like be a part of it and just like look good and feel good and all that sort of stuff. So the gym, and then also Lockie, the newest sort of branch to the HUSLA brand is HUSLA Media. Lockie's behind the scenes right now. He's wiping his eye. Usually he smiles when I bring up his name, but he was like sitting there like wiping his... Anyway, so HUSLA Media is the new sort of branch. So we're all the brands sort of synergize, and we work within the fitness industry mainly, and that's what, you know, that's what has been created today, and that started from year 7 with those green dumbbells, the 4 kilo dumbbells in my room. Thanks, Dad. Love you. But yeah, so moving on from there, high school, was going through high school, was the worst kid, like could not concentrate, could not listen to a single thing, was always talking, always in detention, never really hurt a fly, but just was a terrible, terrible student when it came to sitting down, memorizing things, learning them, and then rewriting them in a specific manner. So I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are probably going through the same thing. Guys, you can do it. I got a 38 ATAR. Just keep hustling. I was honestly at school just for the socials, just for my friends and stuff. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do after school? I got no idea. It's just going to have to be something fitness related. School ends, 38 ATAR, pretty disappointed, but what did I expect? Probably back then was just playing the victim because I knew I did fuck all. And I was just like, play the victim a little bit. Young kid, underdeveloped in the brain, victim card hard. Anyway, so I then enrolled in RMIT for like some sort of construction degree. I think it was construction management, but the TAFE version. The date was getting closer and closer and closer until starting uni, and I just kept delaying it. Anyway, I was like delaying, thinking about whether I'm going to do it. Anyway, then my best mate, James Lamon, he's like, do you want to do your PT course? And I was like, you know what? Bugger it. Let's do a PT course. I had zero confidence when it came to PTing or teaching people how to train. Didn't feel like I had the authority nor the knowledge. So we did PT school, and I did nothing with that after. I ended up deferring TAFE and then just cancelling, just never going or never doing it. It wasn't for me anyway. So did the PT course. Got qualified as a PT, didn't do anything with it, went to Europe for 3 months with Marcus and had a ripper time, came back, got straight into landscaping. Would you believe it? I got into landscaping for 6 months, and I was good at landscaping and I liked it, but I didn't love it. Like, I didn't want to wake up in the morning like I do now and go to work and like do cool shit, I didn't feel like I was changing people's lives. Like now at doing this work, I feel like we're actually helping people do things that they never thought that they could do. So for me, like, I'm springing in the morning. I got reasons to build a business to help more people, So, and that's not just clients, that's also employees, putting food on the table for everyone. I have the motivation to do that, and I just didn't feel that I would have it as a landscaper. We'll probably make more money as a landscaper though if I ran my own business, but the passion isn't there, and it wasn't there. I'll do it for my own house, but not, the same shit over and over for other people. Anyway, so then stopped landscaping, started PTing, started a good life, was failing, couldn't get clients. I was getting shocking leads, and anyway, ended up getting out of that contract. Didn't actually get out of it, quit, and then had to wait for it to end. Which is a 3-month process. You got to stay for minimum 6 months, and then 3-month process. $311 a week, 1 or 2 clients that were, PT once a week. So I was losing money every week. And then I signed on my first client, Lewis. Always gets a shout out. Shout out Lewis, OG, pivotal in the growth of HUSLA. He's helped out a lot with everything. He actually made the HUSLA logo, the HUSLA logo, and he helped us out with a lot of. He's a great editor, does Photoshop and stuff, and even more. So yeah, that happened. I actually, taking back a step, I started as Stoop PT. That was in Good Life, and then when I hired Marcus, so Marcus had just finished an internship, and he didn't want to do it. So I was like, look, I've got a full book of clients. I was powerlifting at the time. I was helping people with their shoulder pain, back pain. People were flying through the door. And I had systems in place. Thank you to Melbourne Strength Culture, who pretty much taught me everything at that point. So I was able to take people on, hired him. We took people on, bang, lockdowns, took a dip, thought, all right, what can we do here? I built a website, built all these back-end systems and processes that you don't see, but make the business run smoother and better and more efficiently. And we grew through lockdown. Towards the end of it, we were well ahead of where we begun in lockdown. And during the last lockdown here in Victoria, for those of you guys that don't know, we had 3 lockdowns, 3 months each. It was crazy. Last lockdown, I started building HUSLA Lifting, which is the e-com store. And that's when Cam came and joined us as a coach here at HUSLA. So we had myself, Marcus, and Cam. And things sort of grew from there. I think after that was when we contacted Lockie. We were like, dude, we need like an editor. Can you edit? And Lockie's like, dude, I've been doing this for like 8 years, bro. I'm like, I'll do it. Like, bloody oath, let's go. And I was rusty. Like, I don't think you were rusty. I think we were like freshies. So Lockie's just I don't know if you can hear, but he said he was rusty. But I think we were just way too fresh to being in front of a camera. Anyway, if you guys go back on our YouTube and watch our first videos, we don't watch them anymore. Like, we watch them then, and then now we don't even look at them because we were that rusty. Anyway, Lockie killed it. I've always believed in Lockie's skill set. Lockie's the man behind the camera. He's the guy putting everything together at the moment. So everything you guys see on socials, YouTube, all that sort of stuff, that's Lockie. He's the wizard. Yes, double bicep in the back there. So then we started doing content, doing like vlogs, and we were always in other people's gyms, and it was just like a little bit awkward and stuff. But we're putting ourselves out there. We had a red hot crack. And then what happened after that? After that was sort of, I'd say probably a year after that, it's probably about almost 2 years ago, started thinking to myself, my partner, Anthea, she said to me once, she's like, oh, I want to own a gym one day. And then me, like, fixated, I'm like, own a gym one day. Well, fuck, we're looking at it like buying a house. How are we going to open a gym after buying a house with a mortgage? So I was like, all right. I was like, babe, it's now or never. And then she was like, oh, I really want to do it, but it feels like too soon. I'm like, nah, we can do it. Like, I ran all the numbers like quietly before even like really mentioning it to Anthea. I'm like, I've already got quotes. Like, we're rolling. Showed Anthea. And then we started going from there. So that was like 12 to 16 months of planning the gym. And I'm talking like 12 hours a day. I was doing, probably 3 or 4 hours of them were like online coaching. But the other hours were just researching, calling companies, calling real estate agents, and building out this spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet was like the heart of the gym before the gym was a gym. Like, it was what was pumping like blood everywhere. The spreadsheet was the heart. Like, literally, without that, we would just be like, well, should we get this? Should we get that? Oh, I don't know. We would have been going over budget. Like, we ended up going a little over budget. And I planned that thing to the shit house. But anyway, we built the gym. We're in the gym now. The gym's sick. I love it. We'd do it all over again. And then when we opened the gym, just before we opened the gym, we actually, Marcus Sawan from Optimum Performance and Rehab, he rents a room at the top here. And he's also now a HUSLA coach. So we took Marcus on. Marcus, I guess, took HUSLA on as his space that he works from as a practitioner. And he looks after all of our clients, myself, the team. He's a gun, very valuable member of the team. And he fits right in. And to be honest with you, the whole team fits right in. It's so you're kidding me. All right, I gotta hold on. I gotta turn these off. I got a few alarms going off because I got a consult in 15 minutes. Anyway, so the team here is awesome. Essentially, the team is who I mentioned before: Cam, Lockie, Sawan, and Marcus LaGreca has actually left. He's got his own business endeavors that he's moved on to, and we wish him all the best. But he's moved on. So it's myself, Lockie, Cam, and we've also got the team at Thrive Stronger, which is Anthea and Mona. So Anthea is my business and life partner, and Mona works at Thrive as well. So they're the face of Thrive. So they work here too. So the team is we work really nicely together. We have really good banter, and we all motivate each other, which is awesome. I could not ask for anything more of the team. But so that's the gym, right? And that's how we came to be, I guess. And then since then, HUSLA Media launched. Lockie's that good that we've got to do it for other people. So if you guys are listening out there and you would like some content, maybe actually have a really good package, you can message HUSLA Media, Lockie, the man himself. But yeah, he doesn't really have that much availability, so get in quick. That's gold. So that's the businesses. Our vision as a business, like what we want to do really as a business is we want to bring people together. We want to create a community. We've created a community, but we want to bring more people together. The gym is essentially a space where it's pretty hard not to come in because you're friends with everyone. So it's pretty hard to, not succeed your goals when you're going to the gym. One, it can be social if you want it to be, or you can use the headphones rule and just get in and get out. So it's pretty hard to fail. So what we think that we've created here is a space that makes it almost impossible for you not to achieve your goals, and create, long-lasting relationships. There are so many people here that are all friends from, I guess, HUSLA or, joining the gym that didn't even know each other before. So it's really cool. If you guys are out there and you're training at your commercial gyms, and, you might have a bit of small talk with 1 or 2 people, come down for a session on the house. We'll show you around, introduce you to the team, see how you like it, because I used to train in commercial gyms too. It's very different here. So that's the gym. I've said that's the gym like 40 times. Powerlifting. So came into powerlifting myself at, I think I was 21, maybe 21 years old. I'm 27 now. And never deadlifted before. Had done like 3/4 deep squats. I think I got up to like 180, but never deadlifted before because I had back pain that was just forever. I had back pain actually since year 6 or 7, and I had to stop playing basketball and footy because of my back pain. Well, it's not actually because of my back pain. It's because I didn't have someone like Sawan to treat my back pain. So I had to stop playing basketball and footy because they told me to. Anyway, so then that was when like it was like full ball like gym. Let's go. Anyway, fast forward 2021, started powerlifting. I was powerlifting with Jamie and Charlie back when Jamie used to lift weights. and the boys are like, oh, dude, like, within a year, I reckon you can honestly deadlift like, 280 to 300. And like, as a kid who like failed at school and who hadn't started his PT, like done anything with his PT yet, just got out of landscaping, I was like, huh? I can be good at something? I can be good at something in this life? So then I was like, all right. So I just went full steam ahead with that. I did my first comp, I think it was like 9 months or a year after just like doing powerlifting training. I think I was like 4 months into coaching with Jamie because I just thought I could do it myself like a dumbass. Like, if you're that sort of person, like, dude, just let someone help you. As soon as I started working with Jamie, like through the roof, did my first comp, squatted 192.5 to depth. I think I benched 105 and I deadlifted 282.5, which was an unofficial national record. And then I think after that, I got an invite to a comp in Adelaide, and I got to do a deadlift comp as well to break. No, that wasn't to break the record. The one it was called the Marty Ticker comp in Adelaide at the Strength Syndicate, and that was for me specifically. The president, he said, "Look, I'll pay for you guys to get down. Just go break the record. It's going to be a big comp." So I went down to break the record, and it was 282 or 286.5. I think it was 282.5 still at the time on deadlift, and got through, squatted 200. I think I benched 112 or something like that. And then got to deadlift, failed my first deadlift, and then got my second, and then dropped the national record. So paid for nothing. But we had a good weekend. And then did like a deadlift only comp, which ended up winning. And then got an invite to another comp. I was an Oceanic comp. And then from there, I've just been doing 1 to 2 comps a year. And in the last, since COVID, has just been one comp a year, except for breakthrough. But now I started at 74 kilos and I'm now competing under 95. So I'm doing 1 comp a year just to spend time just building up muscle because my competition's big. I switched federations to a federation where it's either 80 kilos or 95 kilos. So 80 for me, like I'm 90 right now. It's just not happening. It won't be a good long-term plan. So competing at under 95s. And the reason I'm telling the whole powerlifting, I guess, journey is because powerlifting is a powerlifting gym. That's what sort of like got us here. Without that, I don't think we'd be where we are. So love powerlifting. Most of my clients are powerlifters. Got a lot of guys that just want to look good as well, but most of them are powerlifters, and I love coaching powerlifters. And the team, Cam, loves coaching powerlifters as well. So one doesn't. He doesn't like him. So one's a hybrid guy. So a little more about HUSLA Gym. So I'm like obsessed with machines. So we've got all powerlifting at the back, but then powerlifting is bodybuilding, I guess. In the off season, you want to build muscle. Once you're good at doing a squat, bench, and a deadlift, you need to just the thing that's going to get you stronger is building muscle. So you need bodybuilding machines. So that's why we've done both. That's why we've got a big gym. And I'm like obsessed with machines. I like thinking about how they work, and how they would, be good for the target muscle and all that sort of stuff. And I love it. So, obsessed with machines, which is good if you're a member of HUSLA Gym because I'm always buying new machines. Essentially, the future of HUSLA is definitely like there's gonna be a lot of growth. We can't stay in this space too much longer. When I say too much longer, I mean like a couple of years, and we'll be out. We're starting to outgrow it in terms of machines. Not so much members. It's a very quiet gym because we're a capped membership. But we're in terms of machines, we're outgrowing it, and the rate that I want to be buying machines at, you've probably never seen before, and the gym can't handle that. So we want to eventually go to 1,000 square meters. We're currently at 665. I'd like to go to 1,000 or 1,200 just on the ground floor, and get double the powerlifting area. We've got like 8 squat stations, combos and stuff, and I want to get like 12 to 15, and then double the bodybuilding area, and just really go hard. So we can bring more people together, but also having good quality equipment in a gym that flows, weight plates within a meter of where you need to load them. I mean, why wouldn't you train? Like, why would you skip the gym, or why would you skip your accessories when everything feels good? So that's sort of, I guess, the reasoning behind it all. We put $1,000 a week back into upgrades here at HUSLA, new machines and stuff, and that's like a hard expense that's like a non-negotiable, because you've probably all seen those gyms that open and they're good, and then after that it's like, oh yeah, it was good when it opened, sort of thing. Well, we don't want to be that. We just want to continuously be getting better and better. So, and I think that's one of the biggest ones. So I think Anthea hates me for just sitting on like Marketplace and all different like platforms trying to find new machines, but she likes the machines. So, so essentially, probably should have introduced it at the start, but the reason for the podcast is really to, one, we want to bring people together. We want this to be interactive. We don't want it to just be like straight fitness. We want it to be, the backbone will definitely be fitness, but we want it to be a range of different things. Lockie was saying to me, before I went away, it was 2-3 months ago. I was like, dude, like we just got to get someone in that's like had their leg bitten off by a shark, and like just interview them. And I'm like, that's such a good idea. Like a surfer getting their leg bitten off by a shark, like obviously they have a passion for something that's surfing, same as us. We've got a passion for fitness. Now theirs happens to be another task that keeps them fit, whatever. We've got that alignment there, and live to tell the story, like something like that, So we're not closed off to anything really, as long as it aligns with our values. As long as it aligns with sort of our values. So if anyone out there has had their leg bitten off by a shark, we want you in this seat. So come on down. So just having come back from Europe, I'm very, very excited. I actually feel refreshed. It's been 8 years since I've been on a long trip, anything longer than like 7 to 10 days. And it was such a good time. But now like I'm back, like I'm zoned in and focused. And this podcast is one that we've had in the works. We've spoken about, well, initially we're like, we need a podcast room in the gym. And then we built a podcast room in the gym. And then we like fit out the podcast room in the gym. And then I went away, and now we're doing podcasts. So I'm really excited for this podcast. I think it's going to be valuable. We want it to be real. Like we don't want to be like just your usual, just shit talking. Like we want it to be like real, deep, honest, transparent podcast. And that's really important to us. That's what sort of aligns with us here. We want insights that people will really value, that are, further than just us talking shit. Because, we'll talk a bit of shit, but yeah. And so the podcast is essentially underway. The plan for the podcast is to get Anthea on next. Hopefully she's going to be my co-host. Haven't confirmed it with her yet, but I want Anthea on next. We're going to introduce Anthea, Thrive Stronger, and how, her story. And then we're going to go through the team individually. And you guys can get to know the team here at HUSLA, because I think everyone's got a really cool story and the reason that they're here. And everyone's got aligned values, but I think it'd be really awesome to introduce everyone and then go from there. And then we'll be getting guests on. We plan to start either weekly or fortnightly. We haven't fully planned it out yet, but you'll know. We'll let you guys know. And those headphones will go to someone at the next podcast, which will be within a couple of weeks. So don't stress. If you're out there and you've shared this and you've sent it through to Lockie, you're going to go in the running. And I assume being a new podcast is going to be a very small pool of people that actually listen to it and then share it. So you probably got a very high chance of winning it. So get amongst it. It does help us out, obviously, by sharing it around. I think that's it, guys. I won't say that. I got a call in 2 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this bad boy up, guys. Thank you for listening. This is one of many to come. We appreciate you guys very much. You know, what we do here wouldn't be possible without you viewers, clients, members who support us along the way. So, guys, if you have any questions, chuck them down below, or if you have any suggestions, chuck them down below. If you want to be on the podcast, chuck them down below. And if you don't want to chuck it down below, message me privately or message HUSLA Media and get in contact, and we'd love to chat. So thank you all for watching and or listening. If you can, like, comment, subscribe. I don't even know if that works with podcasting. Give us whatever you can give us in terms of like high ratings, and we'll catch you guys next time. Laters.